Hi Shamrocks, this is Mrs. Kolchuk. I wanted to show you how you could use library resources to find more information about a poet or a specific poem. So we are at the main Catholic Central homepage, catholicentral.net. To get to the library resources, you're going to go to this academic tab and then scroll over to where it says library resources and go ahead and click on that. Okay, now I'm also going to open up the Poetry Out Loud site so that we can take a look at some of the different poets you can choose from. And I know there may be other websites you can use for your assignment. I'm just going to be using this one for my tutorial here. So I'm going to go here to where it says Find Poems, and I'm going to go ahead and just browse poets. And I'm going to, just take a look at the list, and I'm going to start with this gentleman here just because he's at the top of the list. So I am going to look for more information about this particular poet. So the best way to do this from the library resources is to go to our database page. A database is just a collection of information about a specific topic. So in this case, we have a great literature database that's going to have a lot of information about authors, including poets. What we're looking for is this Gale Literature Resource Center. The databases are in alphabetical order, so you're just going to scroll down to this one. And then I am just going to look for that particular poet. Generally, when I'm researching a poet or, information about a specific person, I usually start by typing in their last name first and then their first name. And as you can see, it kind of auto-populates the search box, and here he is right here. So I'm just going to go ahead and click on his name. And what this database is going to give me is it's going to give me criticisms of his works. I've got biographical information, overviews of his work, then there's also reviews, and then examples of his work, and then multimedia is where you can see usually audio and visual clips. Okay, so for this assignment, if I want to find out more information, just some biographical information about this particular poet, I'm going to click on that biography tab, and here I can see just biographical information. So if I click on this, it's going to bring up that particular article, shows me what he's written, and a bunch of other stuff. So this looks good. I might want to use this. If I go ahead now and sign in with my CC email address, I can go ahead and save this article right to my Google Drive. Another great feature is this citation generator. You can also send your citation already filled out for you here right to your Google Drive as well, as long as you went ahead and signed in first. Okay, so Gale Literature Resource Center is a great place to find more information about your poet or poems. There is another tool you can use, and this comes to us through the state of Michigan. It's called the Michigan E-Library, and their web address is mel.org. Okay, so we're going to go to the Michigan E-Library. We're looking for an e-resource, and then we're going to browse all e-resources. And the database I'm looking for is one that's called Poetry and Short Story Reference Center. So rather than going through this whole alphabetical list, I'm just going to click on P, and here it is right here. If this database asks you for some sort of proof that you live in the state of Michigan, it usually will just require you to enter either a driver's license number or a library card number, library card from your public library, and then you can get access. This is available to all the residents here in the state of Michigan. So this database, you can just type in our poet. I'm going to type in his name once again. I'm going to do last name first. I'm going to select it here. And here we have the results screen. So what I'm looking at here, it looks like these are all written by that particular poet. So if I click on this, this is actually going to just bring up some of his poems. If you don't need this type of information, I'm just going to go back to the result list here. You can select any of these other types. So for example, if you just want to see his poems, you can go ahead and click on that. If I click show more, I can see if there's anything else available to me. So it doesn't look like there's any biographical information on this poet within this database, or even any literary criticisms. If I click on this reference book here, I'm just seeing more things authored by this poet. If I go and select another poet, I just want to show you the difference of content available in this database depending on the poet you select. Oh, Margaret Atwood has written a lot of stuff. Okay, so I'm going to search for Margaret Atwood and see if I get a different set of results. So here's her name. And now if I look at source types, I'm going to go to show more, and you can see there's more choices. They even have interviews with her, but here's some literary criticism. So if you have to include some criticisms of her work or just get more information about her writing style, you can select that tool, and now we've got these as our results. So I'm just going to pick here, archetypal approach. So you're going to see the article as it was published. If this is something you can use, you can go ahead and email it to yourself, and it also has a citation generating tool. You just have to go ahead and select the MLA style right here, and then you would copy and paste that into your Google Doc or wherever you have your works cited page begun. Okay, so if you guys have any questions about how to research a particular poem or poet, please come see me. I am here to help